Now let's talk about some such scenarios where you know you are a good listener, and let's say that's a reality also. But the agenda or the speaker, you know, those things are not really conducive for your future, for your well being, or whatsoever. How you should plan, act, or react in those kinds of situations. Let's say if there is a conversation about to kickstart and you have much lesser time, if possible, communicate to the speaker that you have this amount of time only, and let the conversation be within that time frame. No matter how good or bad that speaker takes that message, but that will ensure that that speaker has continued respect for your time and your personality as well. Now, what if you have entered into a conversation where a speaker is speaking and not making any sense to you? You are keeping your, outlook very open, no preconceived notion. You are listening carefully. You are trying to connect with the speaker, but at the same time, you are understanding and you are seeing that the matter that is being spoken, you are not really into it. You do not want to go through the entire piece. So, my first point here is give some time to the speaker and do not start making your understanding or conclusion at the start of the conversation itself. So, when do we do that? There is no hard and fast rule about it, there is no specific formula for it. Let's say, in general, assuming that conversation is for, let's say, 60 minutes. If the speaker is not able to connect with you or the agenda which the speaker is taking, the message that speaker is about to or is trying to convey, if that message, that agenda, you're not able to relate to in initial 5 minutes of the entire 60 minutes, give another 5 minutes. But 10th minute and onwards, what I'm going to tell is a bit hard pill to swallow, a bitter truth. Try some right and polite way to excuse yourself and save your time. Do not really indulge or engage or continue with that conversation for longer than that. So, good listening skill, having good listening skill, being a good listener does not necessarily mean that you should spend time, energy, and you should not spend effort to understand what the speaker is saying if the message, the communication, the agenda is not really suitable to you. So you should give yourself time to evaluate, let's say 5% or 10% of the entire time, what is, budgeted for that session or that speech or that conversation. But after that 5-10% time spent, if you are really convinced that conversation agenda or the message is not really for you, kindly excuse yourself. That will save your time and possibly will also give a message to the speaker that the message should be more focused for your listening and for your benefit.